Good afternoon. This is Reverend Lorena, the Old Sage, coming to you from Celestial Time with our next tarot class. We're going to go through the cups cards. We are at cup number 6 through 10 today. I offer these classes once a week and possibly more. These are for my students and my friends that would like to know more about how I interpret the tarot and help them learn how they would like to interpret it. Tarot is subjective, as I've said many times. It is a picture language, and the language we're reading now is one of the hearts. So here, we're going to start with 6, because our last episode we ended with 5. 6 is a return of love. You can see someone's giving you back love, or bringing a cup to you, bringing their heart to you. And it is coming not just in the beginning, but it's coming from the past. Sometimes this is a past life connection, depending on what else I see in the reading, about a relationship that you feel that you feel that you've been in before. Perhaps it's someone that you have known long, long ago and they're coming back into your life. Or, as I said, someone you've known in a past life that you have run into again and are a little confused about why there's so much emotion or so much sensitivity to this person when you seem like you hardly know them. Okay, but the 6 right side up is usually a good card. It's a card about receiving, and in my worldview, when it's upside down, it's more about giving. Okay, it doesn't mean that you know the love is all one-sided. It means that it's kind of your turn to help in a relation, your turn to give. And in an ongoing relationships, often this is just about, well, it's your turn to take care of things, and it's share and share alike. Sometimes it is meeting somebody brand new too. As I said, it all depends on where it is in the spread and what the reading is about. And what the reading is about, where it is in the spread, cannot be learned in a book. Can be learned like this, or even. You have to incorporate everything that you know about the language of the cards with the person in front of you, and the energy and the feelings and the inspirations and the ideals and everything that you get when you're in that person's energy. And that's why tarot by itself can be informative. If you just know the meaning of the cards, you can it's amazing what you can get about the person's life, and they'll go, oh, it's uncanny. Yes, that's true. That's what's happening to me. But in a psychic or intuitive reading, it's not just the language. It's about how we use it and the pictures that we see around it. We'll get into that later on. But right now, the 6 of Cups is right side up, and perhaps you feel like you've seen this before, and if you have, perhaps you just, you and I know each other from other lifetimes. Okay, now the 7 of Cups, right here. The 7, as you see, I call this the castles in the air card. And sometimes it doesn't necessarily mean there's castles in the air and it's not real. What it might mean is you're reading into a relationship maybe more than is actually there. Or maybe you're so afraid of a relationship from your past experiences, relationships, that you're imagining dragons and things that aren't there, or you're imagining love that isn't there. It's kind of a reality check and see what you are dragged in from the past that doesn't have anything to do with this relationship. Okay, a lot of times this card is about people that just don't trust relationships, and they don't trust relationships because they don't trust themselves. They've made boo-boos in the past. Well, haven't we all? We've almost all of us have run into people. I can't say all of us, because perhaps there's somebody out there that hasn't, that we have thought were one way and they turned out to be another. They were maybe not just relationship, might be business partnerships or friends that betrayal has happened. You feel like, wait, I thought it was so great and now not so much. If it's upside down, it's even more. It's more so about maybe not really feeling like you can trust the other person. It might be that you can. This might be about, better double check what you believe about the person. But on the same token, it can be about you healing some of these inner insecurities that come from the past that say, oh, I can't ever trust a relationship because I can't trust myself. Okay? So, it just, like I said, depends on where it's going and what's happening. Okay? The next card we're going to do is the 8. Now, 8, just like 4, is kind of a completion. And remember, 6 is sort of like 1. After we got to 5, we're splitting. 1 is like, okay, there's something new. Okay, well, there's a new wrinkle in the relationship at 6. And then 7, it's like 2. Now what are we adding or taking from it in our own life, from ourselves? And then 3 is, now what are we going to do? Okay, but this is 8, and then there's 4, and kind of a completion of it. The 8 here is a completion, saying, okay, where are we going to go with this now? We've got, everything is okay. When it's right side up, things are good, but you're feeling the need to maybe expand or branch out or go see what's behind the other mountain, see what's over the other hill. It's not about the other person. It's a lot about you and your desire or your need to expand out beyond family, beyond relationship, beyond, depending on I can't say this enough, what else is in the spread. If this was more about job, if you saw more about money in a spread, then this would be finding a new position simply because you've worn yourself out in the position you're in. It just depends on what it's about. If it's reversed, upside down, we call it reversed, maybe you should probably stay where you're at for a while. Maybe you should rethink the relationship you're in. Maybe you don't feel like you can get out. Maybe you feel stuck or trapped. If there's other cards around it that, like swords, that make you feel trapped, then there's some counseling that has to be done around that. But in general, upside down is, yeah, you could go and do other things, but you're not exactly finished with what you're doing right here, especially if it's a relationship, it's a work in progress, okay? The 9 of Cups, I call this the party time card. We're having fun. There's cups behind us. Look at this guy here in this particular rendition of the tarot. His nose is a little red. Sometimes to me, especially if the devil is around it, which is a higher arcana we'll get into later, that's talking about addiction, too much fun, too much partying. But if not, it's just a good time. It's had by all. You got family around, you got friends around you, you're having cookouts, all kinds of good things are going on. And you may be having to plan a wedding. That's where are you going to find all the stuff to do that? Well, depending on what's around it, this is the good time card. This is the party time card. This is the fun card. Okay, this is sometimes vacation, especially if there's a 6 of Wands with it. Okay, remember we did the 6 of Wands earlier. Okay, positive. Let's go. All right. Reversed. Now, cups are empty. We have done too much partying, or we're not having too much fun anymore. We thought we were going to have fun, but this didn't turn out to be a good thing. Upside down cups is an emptying. And 9 is always kind of a conflict card too, and it's about winning after duress. I see the 9 of Cups a lot in people that have gone through the fire of addiction and are getting it back together and getting their life back together and getting their relationships back together and getting more down to business with their relationships and things rather than always being flippant. If they're 40, this might be good. If they're 20, well, partying and having fun is part of the 20s and part of joy and part of life that you should not overlook. It's just excess is always to the negative, no matter what it is. You can't, too much or too little of anything is just never comfortable. Okay? And then the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups, that is, look, everybody is in love, rainbows and butterflies. Okay? Well, the 10 of Cups is the happy family, getting together in love, a successful relationship, coming together in joy, all the good things that go along with relationships. I often see this. Whoops, I think somebody might be coming in. If so, I'll have to pause. Okay. So when people see this, they go, "Oh, yay!" But sometimes, especially if it's reversed, I talk about not really knowing what a relationship is supposed to look like. Being in a situation where you hope that you've got it right, you hope that the relationship is working out all right, but you have expectations that are a lot like Harlequin romances, and you need to learn more about what it really takes to make a relationship work. Okay, so here again, there's the love, 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 passion, joy, depending on what's around it, depends on what the circumstances of all of this love and joy is about. But it certainly is a coming together and a completion, as all the tens always are. It's time to go do something else. Next time we talk, I'll be going into the court cards of the cups, and then we'll be putting a few of them together, because that's what I like to do towards the end. Later on, I'll be showing you not so much my face, but just the spreads themselves. That way we can get an idea on how to lay the spreads and stuff. But first things first, we got to go through each one of the cards first. Think about, talk about, work on. What would this mean to you? Not just me, you. Okay? So until then, have a great and blessed day. And this is the Old Sage from Celestial Time signing out, saying, have a good one. Bye-bye.